Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Christian Goodwin, and I'm the County Administrator for Louisa County, and I'm honored to be here today. I'm grateful to the members of the media and the members of the public who are able to join us in person today, and to the much larger number who are able to join us live stream. And I'm sure there are many in the county who are frustrated because perhaps they weren't able to join on the live stream. Maybe you had to go somewhere that had public Wi-Fi access or a parking lot with one of our WOW units to watch. Issues like this have plagued citizens in countless localities like ours across the nation. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we're unveiling plans that change that here in Louisa County, and that we're developing a blueprint that other localities and providers can follow. Alone, we can do so little, and together we can do so much. Those are the words of Helen Keller, and there may not be a more apt description of what's required to bring broadband to rural areas. Those you see seated around me represent not only the county, but our partner electric utilities. A collective effort has gotten us to this point, and that collective effort will carry us forward to success. I'd like to take a moment to introduce those representing the partnership. Please acknowledge those watching as I introduce you. From the Louisa County Board of Supervisors, Chairman Bob Babiock, Vice Chairman Dwayne Adams, Mountain Road District Supervisor Tommy Barlow, Patrick Henry District Supervisor Fitzgerald Barnes, Cuckoo District Supervisor Willie Gentry, Louisa District Supervisor Eric Purcell, and Jackson District Supervisor Tony Williams. From Firefly, we have Chief Executive Officer Mr. Gary Wood. From Rappahannock Electric Cooperative, President and Chief Executive Officer John Hua. And from Dominion, Vice President for Grid and Technical Solutions, Mr. Joe Woomer. You know, Thomas Edison said that opportunity is missed by most because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like work. The Louisa County solution is a work in progress. A lot of that work is already underway, and there's a lot more to be done. My words today can't underscore the importance of our team approach to this issue or my gratitude to those on this team for their willingness to work hard and face our community needs head on.
Good afternoon. We are here today to mark a major milestone in the history of Louisa County. Today, more than ever, the digital divide between rural and suburban America has been brought to light by the COVID-19 pandemic. The inability to access reliable, high-speed internet has impacted our citizens in nearly every area of their life, from education to telemedicine to the ability to conduct business affairs in a secure environment. Additionally, it has impacted economic development and the ability to attract businesses to Louisa County. It is clear that we cannot wait for others to solve our problem. For a solution to happen, we, the people of Louisa County, must rise to the occasion and provide the answers. That is exactly why we are here today, to bring about a generational change to our citizens. Today, I am pleased to announce a partnership with Central Virginia Electric Co-op, Rappahannock Electric Co-op, Dominion Energy Virginia, and Firefly Fiber Broadband that will provide fiber broadband access to every household and every business in Louisa County. Let me be perfectly clear. Please. Let me be perfectly clear. This is a countywide solution to our internet challenges, from Gum Spring to Gordonsville, from Bumpus to Yanceyville, from Lake Anna to Zion's Crossroad, and every spot in between. We are going to provide our citizens the opportunity to join the virtual world. This has been a long and tedious process involving thousands of hours of planning and coordination. There have been countless meetings and small steps towards this solution. From our initial partnership with CVAC and Firefly in the western part of Louisa County, to the investment of a 31.5-mile fiber loop between our schools, the foundation of a countywide solution was steadily put into place. In 2020, the Board of Supervisors took 2 steps that demonstrated our resolve to meet this issue head on. First, we held a meeting on June 23rd with the largest electric provider in Louisa County, Rappahannock Electric Co-op. The board expressed its desire to work closely with REC in jointly addressing the lack of reliable internet service in the county. Concurrently, the county engaged with Dominion Energy Virginia to find a solution for citizens serviced by Dominion. Additionally, to underscore Louisa County's commitment to bringing high-speed, reliable internet service to our citizens, on September 8th, the Board of Supervisors earmarked $15 million for a countywide fiber project to move Louisa into the digital age. And let me assure you, $15 million gets a lot of people's attention very quickly. This is a huge undertaking that requires the right strategy and the right partners. Without the partnership of the folks that are here on stage with me today, our state and federal partners, the dedication of the Board of Supervisors and Louisa County staff, this could not have become a reality. Today, Louisa County begins to build a bridge across the digital divide.
Well said, Dwayne. And I want to thank the Louisa County Board of Supervisors, first of all, for inviting me out today because it gave me a chance to wear a suit, which I haven't done a lot since COVID started. And I miss wearing my suit, and my suit misses me. It hugs me a lot tighter nowadays. All right, our company, Firefly Fiber Broadband, was formed with one purpose in mind: to bring world-class broadband internet service to rural areas at competitive prices. It's a great pleasure to share the stage today with partners who have the same goal for Louisa County. The project team starts with the Louisa County Board of Supervisors and the county administration, who have been actively working to overcome the internet connectivity issues in the county for years. This project is a direct result of a focused and driven group who said our citizens deserve more. They should not be left behind simply because of where they live. Kudos to the Board of Supervisors and Christian Goodwin and his staff. Today, we will start to work to get all of Louisa connected. We are honored to work with two electric utilities, Rappahannock Electric Cooperative and Dominion Energy, who have made the decision to be part of the solution. Your commitment to this partnership and this project shows that you care for the members and customers you serve. Your commitment to the project in Louisa speaks volumes by moving beyond the talking point and getting around to getting something done to provide broadband. You will both be playing critical roles in making universal broadband access a reality. Thank you for joining this effort and for letting Firefly partner with you. Most importantly, this is a great day for the citizens of Louisa County. Your leaders have heard you. Your electric providers have heard you. Today, we start the work to deliver fiber-based gigabit speed internet across the county. Firefly jumped into the broadband business in late 2018. The board of directors at CVEC and at Firefly saw the need and knew our background of delivering reliable and affordable electric utility service in a rural area would translate well in the broadband business. Our success has proved us right, and the demand for broadband has only increased with the pandemic. Firefly's take rates for broadband were forecast to be about 35% over the first 2 years that it would be available as we started our feasibility study. We're presently seeing over 50% across our service area who sign up as soon as we get there. And in Louisa County, we have areas of over 70% of people who take it as soon as it's available. We've been able to keep our costs down on the project because we wanted our prices to be competitive and be able to continue to provide 100 megabit service at $49.99 and gigabit service at $79.99 per month. Those are rates that are competitive anywhere in the country, really anywhere in the world. And we believe rural citizens should have that access at a similar price to their urban cousins. We plan to bring as many of the same team of construction partners as we can to this project with us. We've used Connexon to do our design. They've probably designed more fiber projects in the last few years than any other design team in the U.S. And then we've been partnering with S&N Communications, a local firm, to do the actual construction. S&N is headquartered right here in Louisa. Joining with Dominion and their contractors, Firefly has the right team. We will start building this project, and we'll build it as quickly as we can, and we'll build it well. Let me touch quickly on the timeline and phases of the project. We are in the first phase, and that is a time when we're asking the county to look at the feasibility and make a commitment. Louisa County has already done that. The second phase will include a study that will deliver a preliminary final design for fiber across the county and a detailed project budget. Those plans and budgets will be used by Dominion to file for approval with the State Corporation Commission through their middle mile program. They'll also be used to apply for grants from the state and other agencies that we can find who may have grants available. If we can draw more grant dollars, we can use less local dollars. So that'll be part of what the study is used for. The third phase is the actual construction. And we'll do that on both the Dominion and Rappahannock systems in parallel. To get a jump start, while we're doing that study the rest of this year, we will start with a couple of pilot substations in the Rappahannock Electric Service Territory, and we'll start the work on those. Just as a word of warning and information to those who will be getting the broadband service, it usually takes about 12 months from the time that a field technician first steps in your area to start designing the project until connections are ready. It can take 18 months at larger substations. We're building infrastructure and it takes a while. So please be patient with us as we deliver this long-term best practice solution for the county. The county has asked that we find a way to complete this in 3 years. The partnership told them it would be 4 years. The county asked us still to find a way to do it in 3 years. We're going to work toward their goals. It's a major project. It takes a while to build. There are a lot of things that can come up, but we're committed to moving quickly and delivering world-class service. With a great partnership formed and the patience and the support of county leadership and citizens, this project will be a success. Every detail has not been ironed out. We don't have the timeline for every area, but let me assure you today, we're coming. We've got the answer, and we're going to deliver a great broadband service across the county. The future for Louisa County and citizens is as bright as the flash from a lightning bug in the dusk of a spring evening. Today, Firefly and our partner Flash take flight all across Louisa County. Thank you.
Bear with me a little bit. I got new glasses, and I got to learn how to tilt my head to look out of them. So it's a little tough with those. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that's here today, but more importantly, I'd like to thank the citizens of Louisa County. The citizens were patient. They allowed the board to look at different avenues and different ways to provide this. We hope to move forward. I'm like you. There were times where we would go and you see students at McDonald's sitting in the parking lot doing their homework. And those were things that broke my heart, watching kids trying to do their homework and people trying to download work, and they would have to go to their local McDonald's. And with that, we formed a broadband authority several years back to try to look at solutions. And I want to thank that authority. They were volunteers who gave everything that they had to help us get to where we are. Thomas Edison has always been quoted today, but I like to quote this so you understand what we've gone through. When a reporter asked, "How did it feel to fail 1,000 times?" Mr. Edison replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. Great success is built on failure, frustration, and catastrophe." Well, we've now moved forward. I'm looking forward to it. We're excited about it. And once again, I want to thank you all and thank our board for making this happen. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hi, I'm John Hewa, the President and CEO of Rappahannock Electric Cooperative. And I just want to first and foremost say that REC is extremely excited to be working with the partners here to bridge the digital rural divide. Let me first also say I want to thank Administrator Goodwin and the County Board of Supervisors and the Broadband Authority. Beyond the county's proactive funding that was announced late last year, beyond that, the collaboration already around this initiative has been outstanding, and it is a role model of how to move forward. I would also like to recognize and thank the Rappahannock Electric Co-op Board of Directors. The board has continually been supportive of the co-op in seeking new ways to further its services and its offerings to our member owners. And today there are two of those board members, Mark Wood, who represents District 7, Louisa County, and also Randy Thomas are here both present today. And thank you to our board members. Beyond that, our employees have done a phenomenal job working to make this project, to get it moving in motion, and quite honestly have been dealing this winter with quite a few challenges, I think, as many of you are aware. So I'm very thankful for our employees. A couple of our key technical leads are here as well today. Dr. Peter Mahoro, our Vice President of Strategy and Technology, and also Mark Ponton, our new Director of Fiber Services. REC created the position, Director of Fiber Services, to assist with this effort and others like it, as well to continue the expansion of our fiber backbone network, which is also underway throughout our service region. So this fiber project will advance the development of the region, improving quality of life in so many ways through delivering broadband. Beyond that, this initiative will also support the advanced energy grid, which is a topic on the minds of a lot of individuals today and a lot of our member consumers. Regarding the grid, quite frankly, now is the time more than ever to utilize and leverage advanced telecommunications to deliver on our core mission: safe, reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy services. So we are excited for both the services that will be provisioned off of this network for the residents of the region here in Louisa, but also for the grid services and the capabilities that will be made possible. We're certainly thankful for our project partners with Firefly and Dominion. And REC will be performing a few key efforts with respect to the project. Gary spoke of the project timeline. Let me speak of just a couple of the key roles that Rappahannock will cover. At the early onset of the initiative, REC will be responsible for what's called system make-ready. That will be to take the design and go work with our existing power grid to make sure that it's ready for the connection and an expedient, timely deployment of the fiber system. Beyond that, REC will be the owner and will be also responsible for financing and providing the financial support for the construction and the capital construction of the project. Now, REC has heard from our member owners, and we've heard great support for the co-op facilitating and finding ways to support broadband deployments. And so continually and additionally, REC will be working to find ways to facilitate these types of projects throughout our service territory. Our co-op model has several principles that drive it. One of those is cooperation among cooperatives, and for that matter, cooperation amongst other stakeholders. This is an outstanding example of utilities and local government working together to solve a very serious need in the community. So REC holds great interest in this and similar types of deployments across our service territory. We will continue to look for partnership opportunities, and we again thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I want to thank the members of the public as well as the REC membership that are here in attendance today, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of this outstanding project.
Good afternoon. Joe Warmer with Dominion Energy. It's It's an honor to be here with you today and talk about this fantastic announcement and deliver upon that. Dominion Energy is excited to be part of this partnership. We all know how essential high-speed internet has become for the government, for businesses, and for our personal lives. There's never been a doubt about it, but the pandemic has put an exclamation point upon it. It's more clear than ever that we need broadband to be successful. The Virginia rural education systems have long faced challenges. Young people today turn to the internet for their sources of information. And even without the challenges of remote learning brought upon by the pandemic, broadband was essential. Virginia rural communities can no longer do without it. They can also no longer do without it for the economic development. Rural communities need to attract new kinds of businesses. Reliable, high-speed internet has to be part of that solution. And when you put education and economic development together, you get another E. That's equity. Equity for the rural community so that they can be successful and young people can be as successful in this area as in the urban and suburban areas. Again, things have been announced. Things like telemedicine is important. Unfortunately, 500,000 Virginians in the Commonwealth are without high-speed internet. Louisa is making a great step forward with this partnership, and we are very glad to be involved. And you might ask why we are being involved. It's that utilities are uniquely positioned to carry that middle mile and bridge that middle mile divide. We have infrastructure that can carry broadband to our residents and to our customers and our members. And we can do it in an efficient way. We can do it because we are doing broadband and grid transformation together. Secondly, we want to help. We like to be part of our communities. We do this in many ways, and this is just the third way that we're going to do it for the Commonwealth of Virginia. We consider this to be a very important area of sustainability. We have a vision to be a clean and sustainable energy future and sustainable life in the rural communities is part of that. But we can't do it in isolation. We look forward to the time when we can move forward with this project and other projects in the state. And we're very proud to be part of this consortium. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to be here and address this momentous occasion. Being tail end Charlie, please forgive me for any comments that you may have already heard. This is truly a glorious day, but let us not forget how we got here. First step, 7 years ago, Louisa County was amongst the very first to establish a broadband commission. This was to find a way to provide our county with internet service that the private market, the state, and the federal government had not. The county correctly realized that for us to develop, we first needed to cross the digital divide. Second step, seeing the lack of progress with the FCC Connect America Fund program, in 2017, the county allocated a $1.1 million budget, which exceeded that of our own states for the same purpose. But the challenges still seem insurmountable, and our responses seemed, to many, to ring hollow, sounding like excuses or lack of willpower. This became even more agonizing to all of us with the advent of COVID. The reality, deployment is very expensive, and there were too few customers to split the customary expenses amongst. But the county persevered with a renewed approach to devise a superior solution by looking for partners and boldly committing our willingness to contribute. This resulted in this affordable, fast, and reliable concrete plan to connect everyone. All of this is thanks to the relentless efforts of our many Broadband Commission members, county staff, and supervisors from past to present. And furthermore, to our industry partners here before us today, CVAC, Rappahannock, and Dominion, whose commitment to their customers and their professional capabilities have risen to the challenge. The future of Louisa just got a lot brighter. While the direct benefit to our residents and businesses are obvious, another measure of success is the impact on the future of economic development. In the past, infrastructure has always been defined by accessibility of water, sewer, electricity, and roads. In this century, fast, reliable internet capability moved onto that list. This is a key requirement to attract many quality organizations to our county, and as of today, we have created a more positive environment for them to consider. Louisa has demonstrated it's open for business. During the next 3 years, we will be transforming from a low connectivity county to one of the best. This deployment, like a rising tide, raises all the benefits of economic growth and prosperity. It has been said, we cannot control our destiny, but we sure can put a finger on the scale. As of today, that scale just tipped massively in our favor. This is not just a step, but a giant leap forward in reaching our goals for a better Louisa. Yes, Louisa leads.
Thank you to all of our speakers. I know that you have questions, and we're going to be available for individual interviews here in a moment. But for the benefit of those watching on our live stream, I wonder if anybody has any questions you would like us to try to answer here from the stage. I'm happy to either try to answer them myself or pick the right person on stage. So any questions that you would like to ask at this point?
Will you be making the installation timeline public online? We can go and look and see when it might be coming to our area.
It's a great question. For those of you watching, will we be making the installation timeline public? And thank you for asking that question. So the remainder of this year is going to be feasibility and engineering, and I think you'll be seeing some of the timelines start to come out as we move through the rest of the year. Mr. Wood mentioned that they're looking at a couple of pilot programs off of REC substations, and when that information is finalized, I think we'll be willing to put that out as well. Gary, would you like to provide any further detail to that?
You covered it well.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
So when the rollout happens, will it happen countywide or will it happen in sections?
That's a great question. Thanks for asking that as well. The question was, will the rollout happen countywide or will it be section by section? So, building fiber is a little bit like building a road. You don't want to build it in an area that doesn't connect to roads on either end or there won't be any traffic on it. So I think it's reasonable to expect that the build out will happen from areas that have fiber throughout the county. There certainly may be some areas that are prioritized based on different factors that are part of the analysis. But to answer your question succinctly, yes, there will be concurrent rollout in multiple areas of the county at one time. And again, I'll look to all of our partners to make sure that I haven't said anything that.
We will somewhat follow the way that the electric grids are laid out, which is by substation, because we'll build from fiber out in a substation area, complete that area, and then move to another. We may work in a couple of substation areas simultaneously, but it will be in that one section. So when you see announcements, we'll show an area of the map that we're going to build next. And then after that, we'll build a neighboring area to that. We may be building another part of the county and neighboring areas to that at the same time.
Thank you, Gary. Other questions right now? Well, if there are no other questions, again, I'm really thankful to all of you for being here today. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and that'll allow the members of the media to collect their equipment. The people on stage and the other technical experts that are part of the project team will be available for interviews. And we'll try to work from the edges of the room. Let's make sure that we do our interviews in a way that don't interfere with other interviews and that are safe under our COVID requirements. So thank you all again.